It's an excellent question. So sometimes in da'wah, you feel yourself get stuck because the person says, like, they know about Islam, you've conveyed Islam to them. Because what is your job? As a da'iyah, what's your job? Al-balagh al-mubin. Convey clearly. That's your job. Your job is not to convert people, is not to guide people. Your job is convey your religion clearly. That's it. Give a clear message. Now, sometimes people, they get in a situation where they don't know what's stopping them. And especially Christians have this a lot, where they'll say like, I don't know what's stopping me. I'm looking into Islam, but I don't know what's stopping me. One of the things you already said, which you did, which is really good, is to actually directly ask the person, tell me what is the one thing that is stopping you from becoming Muslim today? What is it? One thing. Give me one thing that today, if this thing was not there, you would become Muslim. What is it? So if the person sometimes might give you a reason, so you can address the reason. If the person says, I don't know what's stopping me, or they might say, I want to research more. Research more, what you can do is, you've got to say to them, look, Islam is a religion that is never ending, it's deep. And you can never reach the end of it, not even in 1,000 years. So you're never ever going to get the point where you've studied everything. Instead, if you believe Islam is true, accept Islam now and study as you go on. But the way my default answer to people like that is to say to him, listen, I'll say to him that if you believe Islam is true, you owe it to yourself to accept Islam. If you say to me, I don't know if Islam is true, no problem, study more. I'll help you to know Islam is true. If you say to me, I don't believe Islam is true, I'm going to try to convince you. But if you say to me, you believe Islam is true, you owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself to accept Islam. Because if you die and you don't accept Islam, you will not be from the people of paradise. That's the end result. You'll be from the people of the fire. That is how it is. Inna ad-deena inda Allahi al-Islam. The only religion in the sight of Allah is Islam. So if you believe Islam is the truth, you have to accept it. So then ask him directly, do you believe Islam is the truth? Just give me a straight answer. Yes, no, or you don't know. If you say you don't know, I'm going to now start looking at what don't you know, and I'm going to try and help you through it. If you say to me no, I'm going to try to convince you. If you say to me yes, then really you've got to just convince them that there's nothing, they're doing an injustice to themselves. They're doing it wrong to themselves not to accept Islam. And sometimes you can guess what's wrong with them. So sometimes you can say, is it your family? Like, is that why? Are you worried about what people will think? Because sometimes they just don't want to tell you. But also with Christians, one thing you'll see, especially if they were a bit practicing, is that a lot of times they're very symbolic in their worship. They're looking for a symbol and a sign. They're looking for like Islam to be written in the stars or something. Like they're looking for, like, look up in the sky and just see La ilaha illallah. Like they're looking for something like to say to them, you should go for it, a dream or a sign or a vision, because that's a lot of Christianity is like that. Like you get these kind of things about like the angel appeared and the, you know, like I had a vision of Jesus and that like called me to start, like this kind of stuff. So what you have to tell someone is that sign already came. That sign is there, it's already there for you. It's the Quran. The Quran, that is your sign. It's already came, it's there in front of you. Read it, that's your sign. But I think you can often guess with the person. Like try guessing a few things with him, like that you think it might be. Like, look, be honest, is it your family? And he might just open up and say, yeah, you know what it is, to be honest, it is my family. If it's his family, what you have to convince him is that you have to look after yourself first. That, yeah, no doubt, I'm not going to, and I never say to him it's going to be easy. I'll never say to him that, bro, look, it's going to be so easy for you. I'm going to say, look, I don't know how it's going to be. I don't know how they're going to react. But if you believe Islam is true, you can't put your family first. You can't be someone who gets thrown into hellfire because you wanted to keep your parents happy. Plus, if you're talking about people, people are never happy. I'll be honest, whatever you're going to do, people are going to hate you for it. That's how it is. Whatever you're going to say, whatever you're going to do, people are going to hate you for it. So you may as well do what pleases Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I try like motivating them like that, guessing. Sometimes they just open up and they'll be honest and say. But don't leave them when they're like that, because they're just on the edge of accepting Islam. You just got to give them a push. Allah bless you, make it easy for you.